Hello everyone, this is Softy. So today I'm going to show you how to use this bot that I mentioned. To set it up, there are a few prerequisites. So first, the bot itself, I have actually put it on GitHub for a while now. Not sure if anybody has discovered this, I'm assuming not. So what you're gonna do is for this bot is that you can do it two ways. Either you can, if you know what a Git repository is, you can clone this repository, or use the GitHub the official CLI to do this. If you don't know about this, fine, just download the zip. Just click this button, you will be able to download this and extract it somewhere that you like to put it. There's no installation process, just raw code. But for this code to be able to run, you're gonna need two things. The first thing is called this AirTest project, the AirTest IDE. I don't know why this page is kind of gray, very dark. Probably I'm using incognito mode. What you want to do is download for Windows, and then agree and download. That'll be it. Yeah, you're gonna be able to download this. And the next thing is you need Python. I would still recommend you to download the fresh version Python. Just download here. I think that will work. And then when you're installing this, there might be some step asking you whether you want to add it to your environment variables or path variables. You choose yes, you add it to the path. That's gonna help you run the script easier. And after you get all that, so you clone this whole, you basically extract this downloaded thing. It will look exactly like this, all of those folders and plus a couple of files. For example, in my local computer, it looks like this. So I have this directory here. The first thing you want to do is copy this settings default JSON-C and put in another file, name it like settings.jsonc. So let me show you in my editor here. So they almost have the same content. No, for me they almost have the same content. So after copying, they will definitely have the same content. So I would suggest you not to add it or rename this file directly. If you want to, you can do that too. Just rename to settings, and then I'm gonna go through the stuff you have to change in this file in order for it to work. So the first flag is called AirTest IDE directory. This is where you put the thing you have downloaded from here and extract it. You don't need to install it at all, just put the directory here, that's fine. And then the second one is the device ADP URL. So if you're using LD player, you don't need to change this at all. If you're using other players, I'll have a link in the description that may help explain what value should fit in here. So basically this should be something that's default to your Android emulator. And pay attention that if you're kind of using those complicated features like multiplayer, if you have mutable ones, they're gonna have different names, different ports. So you want to find the absolute one that is for your device. Unfortunately, I have only used this on LD player. I only know how to use this on LD player. If you can't get it to work, use LD player. Right, you don't need to worry about that anymore. And then this is for how so this bot also, you know, captures screenshots and records all the steps it's taking into the logs. So this is to help you understand how this bot is working, and like if something failed, you will be able to look at the bot's logs to find out what happened. Usually, for the default value, the logs are like the procedures of this bot will be shown after each run. It'll open a page in like your browser, like a HTML page, and then it will show you all the steps it has taken, what it is thinking, and lastly, if it failed, what made it fail. I think this is helpful for understanding this. I'm gonna reduce the voice. Okay, and the next option here is whether you want to remove all the logs before each run. The thing is, if you keep all of them, you have a chance to look at them into the past. Maybe tell me why it is not working, and hopefully I can fix it. Otherwise, you can turn this to true. Just clean up the log every time so it doesn't take up your disk space. In my past experience, if I keep running this for hundreds of times, it will grow to several gig of disk space, which is kind of large. So you want to clean them up periodically, or just turn this on to clean it up every time. Alright, now here is the actual meat of this bot. It has a sequence of things that it does. You can remove a sequence. I don't suggest you to remove it completely. You can just comment it, like putting 2 dashes, slashes before each line. It's kind of how you comment in the JSON file. By default, I've commented out the Ares Battlefield thing because it normally doesn't open. If you want to do this, you might just want to do Ares Battlefield and only for in that time window. Other things are pretty much open all the time. Those are the things I have demonstrated, like Ares Battlefield, Arena, and Date. And then expedition, buying stamina, doing exploration, doing trials, and also contributing to guild and collecting all the daily quests. There are like a lot of details to configure. So for Ares, it's like how many times do you want to fight Ares at maximum? I mean, if it is close, it's not going to be able to fight, so that's a maximum number. Arena, same thing, maximum number until you run out of tickets. For the dates, the default value is empty. You want to choose 3 partners from this list. So those are all the supported partners: Saya, Nina, Victoria, Jasmine, Polly, Alice, Kiraya, Yuffie, Flora, Phoenix, and Ashwaya. Those are the only supported partners for now. If you want to add more support, I'll show you how those things are written, so you can possibly write it yourself. If you wish that I can help you write it, you know, I'm not I don't earn anything out of this, so it just be completely up to my mood of whether I want to do it or not. So the next thing is expedition. Same thing, numbers of tries you're gonna do there. Default is 50 times, which I find to be okay, because you often need to wait for the energy to recharge, and then you can progress more. So 50 times can give you a reasonable advance, especially at the start of the week. It can directly put you in like World C or something if you're having an okay-ish team. The next push might be able to push you into World D, and if you're lucky enough, the next will be able to push you into World E. And it depends, like if you have cleared World E for a lot of times, you won't be able to clear them anymore, but if you haven't, you can get to World E, finish World E with this. The last thing is no, the next thing is stamina. It'll buy 5 times of the normal stamina. It'll also claim, try to claim the stamina from your friend. I might want to add another option here saying that you can skip that if you don't want to, but that's how it works for now. For exploration, this here only supports 4 stages, the chapter 2 stages, because they are better than chapter 1 in terms of returns. You would never want to do chapter 1 stuff after you unlocked chapter 2. I mean, after you're gaining all the achievements and stuff. Default value, I think I highly recommend 2-4, and I also list the reason here. So if you want to do recommended only, you set it to true. Otherwise, you set it to false. Then it will do this stage fixed number of times every day. If you do recommended only to true, then it's gonna only do this up to this number of times. If it is there's still recommendation charges, the default behavior is gonna work like dump all your recommended charges into this stage. If there is no recommendation, you don't use your charges, there's a slight chance that you're gonna waste some of your recommendation charges. So it's best to keep an eye out for it. If you find that at particular day you've already accumulated 2 recommend charges and you still haven't like this stage still doesn't have recommend, you might want to manually do some of the other stages just to get some of the gear souls to exchange for honor gems. Alright, next one is for trial. You want to do this a fixed number of times. The thing is, if you put any number other than 0 or 10, there is a caveat here. If you run this bot again, it will do the exact same thing. It will not try to remember how many times you have done this for doing the same day. So it's up to you. If you just want to do it 2 times, you might just want to run the bot exactly 1 time per day. Or the next time you have to comment out this whole block like this. If you comment it out, it won't run. Otherwise, it will try to run it multiple times. The next thing is guild. I might have configured both things. If you want to contribute gold only, put 5 here. Otherwise, put 5 here. Or any number of combinations, whatever you want. For the quest, there's no argument. You're just gonna try to collect the things you have already earned, just to save you some time. That's so much about this bot. If you're really interested of the inner workings of this bot, change this error to info or warning, and it will show you a lot of more informations. So yeah, this is how to configure this bot. But in order for it to work, there's additional steps that you need to do in your emulator, that is in the settings. So first, you want to make sure that your resolution is in this 16 versus 9 ratio. So by default, this option works because I'm using a 4K monitor. This just is too small for me, so I have to bump it up to 2K, but maintain this ratio, right? As long as you can maintain this ratio, this bot should work correctly. Otherwise, it will not be able to find where the button is. So for a small monitor, I recommend you to use any of those options. For a huge monitor, I recommend you to customize your resolution. And then the next thing you want is this other settings. Root permission, enable or not, is up to you. I have enabled because I like to do some of the things in this too. Really important thing, you want to enable open disk connection, ADB debug. Open connection, you have to choose this option and then save. That's it. It will ask, the first time you do this, it will ask you to restart this emulator, and you just do that and you're all set. Yep. I think this is pretty much about it. Let me show you how I typically can run this. So if you're using the same thing as I do, I highly recommend Visual Studio Code to change that into code related stuff. If you can't get this to work, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna teach you how to code and stuff. So first you can open the terminal here. Then you want to run this bot by using this command python icbot.py, and this will start the bot. And look at this in conjunction. So it's doing the action areas and trying to do 5 times, and it will not be able to do it. Something like that. I'm gonna stop this bot early. Yeah, I have interrupted this bot. So now the thing I want to show you is that no, at least I want to clarify that if you want to start the bot, you have to put the UI in this homepage. It only starts from this point. If you start if you're like this, the bot will not be able to recognize it. What I want to show you is if I put this to info, it shows tons of more information while you're running it. If you like to see them, curious, you can do that too. Now I'm at the home page. I'll just run this command again. Okay, it appears it doesn't it doesn't actually change. Oh, sorry, I changed the default setting. I didn't change my settings, so I should change this to. Actually, I'm going to also show you the the log pages. So I put this to true, and then I probably not do areas at all. Just do arena and ignore all the other things. Just to give you a quick overview of what that report looked like. Let's see. Something is wrong. Okay, now it's correct. Now I will try to do arena. Oh, I haven't changed the info. Sorry. Just gonna do it again. This will show you tons of more information. Right here, it's trying to find some image. Finding some image, trying to do something. Yeah, trying to find image, it didn't find, so it has to try the next one. Until now it has found it. Now we're trying to check whether it has won or not, and it confirms, and then you try to challenge and find a victory. Yep. And at this point it should fail, not to be able to do anything else in the arena. And now I should have completed because I have finished that, and then I'm gonna use this to open. Maybe I'll use this to open this, so it looks like this. You have every step what it's trying to click on, what it's trying to identify, and it will not able to identify those things. And then at this step, it was able to identify the fast challenge, and then it clicks it, and then they're trying to identify whether it has it again, because if you don't have tickets, you can still stuck in that page. Then you can check if there's victory. If there's victory, you can check confirmed, click confirm, and click other place again to get through the congratulations page, and then tries the next opponent and identify the challenge again. So all of that, like at the last, it will go back to the previous pages, and that's it. So if you enable all of the modes, it will be a really long report. It tells you a lot about how it is working. So I found this to be pretty cool. I don't know, what do you think? I really loved this air test. It allows me to do this. So it is originally meant for doing testing of apps. It's kind of developed by NetEase, another big mobile game publisher or developer. But this is really helpful to write automations as well. Alright, so I think this is all you need to do to get this bot running. If you are interested in adding more functionalities for yourself, you can do this. So first, let me show you that you can open this AirTest IDE that you have downloaded. So it'll be something like this. So in this path, I have AirTest IDE. You just look for this AirTest IDE.exe, and it will view this page. You can skip this. You want to there are some settings you need to change. The relative coordinate, it's very important. I like it. I'm using this to make sure I can accommodate it to any kind of resolution. And what you want to do is it should be automatically pop up here your device. There's also another way to know what your device URL is. So you just click connect. Actually, no, before that, you want to check use Java cap and then hit connect. It'll be a better quality image, and then you can open like any of the functionalities that I have implemented, or add a new one by like clicking this. And then in this window, it's kind of just very simple Python code. What you want to do, for example, if you want to let's open a new one, just make sure I don't mess with existing ones. Just test.air. You can do like you want to touch something, you just say like touch this, and you just automatically gets the picture for you and read the statement for you. And you want to wait or check if something exists, you can just check whether the summon exists. Things like that. If you know how to code, you will understand what exactly I was doing there. In this IDE is very simple and easy to like to write those things and understand what the code is. And if you want to execute it to test a particular script, you can do this. See, like it touched that button and checked whether the thing is exists, but the return value, I didn't use anything like that, so it's fine. And another thing I want to tell you, if you really don't know about your URL, what your device is, you can look at here. So I just open any random stuff and connect your stuff and do the run button. At the top of the log, you will be able to see there is a command. So you want to have this part of the command. After the --d device and before the question mark, this is your URL. The ADV URL for your Android emulator. Pop this value in the settings in here, and you'll be good to go for other emulators. some more things is like if you cannot find your device here, you might want to hit this button, refresh ADB, and that's it. That's all of the stuff I think would be interesting for this bot. Actually, let me delete this test.r. I don't need it. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this can actually save your time. I'm only doing this because I think it's valuable. It saved a lot of my time. That keeps me going, keeps me able to play this game. If you are like me, enjoy this. If you disagree with me, keep your opinion. I mean, I'm offering this for free. I didn't ask for you to use it. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.